Interactive or smart trainers open up all sorts of opportunities for your indoor riding. Not only do they closely replicate the feeling that you have when you're out riding on the road, but they also allow you to completely control the exact type of riding that you're doing.
Setting them up, however, can seem a little bit daunting. So here is how to do it. Now, the exact method is going to vary from trainer to trainer, but we're going to demonstrate on a Cyclops Powerbeam Pro. Now, there's three parts to the process. Firstly, you've got to set up your bike, which is as straightforward as with any turbo trainer. Then you've got to pair the sensors, so things like the actual trainer itself, your cadence, and then your heart rate, before finally setting it up with your choice of software.
Firstly, you're going to need to find yourself somewhere nice and flat to put your turbo trainer, and secondly, somewhere that you don't mind getting wet, because you are going to sweat a lot. Now, the irony is of protecting yourself from the weather outside and training indoors is that you're going to need to find somewhere nice and cold, because if you overheat, it's going to put a ceiling on your training, because basically you'll have heart rate drift without actually putting in any extra effort. Most trainers will need plugging in, so that's always a very good place to start. And then you need to set your bike up so you're ready to ride. Make sure you don't over tighten the flywheel to the back wheel, and also make sure the bike is level by placing something under the front wheel. And also make sure there's no lateral play and there's no wobble from side to side, but making sure the quick release is in properly too.
Now is the time that we need to actuate the interactive part of our smart trainer, and this is where different models and even makes can vary. So here with my Cyclist one, I'm going to start here at the head unit and connect it to my Ant Plus smart trainer. All that's required is going into the appropriate setting here on the head unit. It should find it and connect automatically. If you personally find that you have to manually input your trainer into here, you should find details of the trainer written on the trainer itself. Now, whilst I'm here, I'm also going to connect my Ant Plus cadence sensor, and what you will find on the majority of smart trainers is that the head unit does allow you to control the resistance that you're feeling whilst you're on the bike. So whilst you won't get all the benefits of the interactive trainer, you can still use it without being connected to one of the interactive apps, which incidentally is the next part of the process, connecting my smart trainer to my computer, my smartphone or my tablet. Now, this being an Ant Plus trainer, I will need a small Ant Plus dongle to go into one of the USB ports of my computer. Had I got a Bluetooth trainer, I could directly connect that to my smartphone, but what you will find is that most smart trainers can connect to Ant Plus if you get a small plug-in, if they don't already have that capability built in.
Right, now we need to decide what app we're going to connect it to, and I think it makes logical sense to connect it to the one that's linked to your brand of trainer. Generally, it's just a case of creating a profile for yourself before downloading a piece of software. Now, over time, this app is going to build up a complete physiological profile for yourself, so you can use it to tailor your training, keep a record, and also progress through levels in the case of Cyclops' career mode. Unfortunately, I'm still a novice, so I've got a bit of work to do. Now, other alternatives out there that give you different functionality or just simply variety include KinoMap, which has got an online library of videoed routes to ride, along with the real-time data associated with it. They've also got a couple of free apps as well, one of which is KinoMap Intervals, and that allows you to pre-program your interval sessions and therefore control to the second exactly what you planned for maximum quality. Zwift is also a big one. So as well as being able to do structured intervals on there, its USP is that it's a platform to ride in their virtual world with loads of other people. So you can race on there, you can do group rides on there, you can do leisure rides, and as well as being responsive to gradients, it's also responsive to slipstreaming, meaning that riding in a group is less taxing than riding on your own.
Once you've got it set up, there's lots of opportunity for getting out there and exploring what's online. Now, you might not necessarily know what functionality you want or even what display that you want to train to, but there's certainly some great apps out there to look for.
Alternatively though, you could create your own session to go along with our indoor training videos, a playlist of which you can find just up there. However, if you would like to learn more about training with power, we've also done a video on that, out on the open road actually, and you can find that by clicking just down there.
Finally, do make sure you subscribe to GCN before you go to either of those. You can do that by clicking on our slot.
Why haven't you got any shoes on, Dan?
Sweaty feet.
Fair play.